That's interesting. What's up? Just make sure everything's working here. Steve Woodrick. Just make sure everything's working here. Steve Woodrick. All right, good. Yeah, new day. We're gonna start doing some. We're gonna do some futures here too with credit spreads. I've been really working on multiple things here. It's just been absolutely nuts. I think we're gonna make a lot of money in both things. Credit spreads is always my bread and butter. No doubt about that. 171 Forest, welcome. I just sold off some Mullen here. Mullen is going up pre-market. The goal's 10%. If you did not take your 10%, that is your goal. You know, you're up 10%. The K value is low. DMN, a little disappointed I missed this one. It really did meet my system, but these sub 10-cent penny stocks kind of scared me. You can see right here, we're coming up to that EMA 5. Massive win right there. Here's Mullen, 12%. I have over 20%. I made to over 20%. Take those gains on Mullen. I played Tesla before. I'm currently out of it. Lit, what a 100% move. Ciso did really good too. EPA's still not doing anything. The volume's just so low. It's not really worth it for me now. A lot of those biotechs are a lot harder to trade. All right, guys, we're going to look at the 15-minute opening range breakout. We're going to trade just that. We can have some EMAs involved. We can see the EMAs are downtrend. I'm going to show you guys my exact trades I take on my futures account. If you guys want to follow along, we're going to do that, okay? All right, let's get rid of these up here. Now live. Good morning, Deathringer. Yeah, I'm going to be very picky with my credit spreads here. I could have had a perfect win ratio this month so far. So if I miss out on premium, I miss out on premium. I'm just not going to force my trades anymore. All right. If I miss out on the direction I want, I got to start being greedy on the premium. And that's kind of what's making me lose, is being greedy on that premium. All right, so we're going to do the top and bottom of the 15-minute orb, guys. We got to wait till this candle finishes to make any decision. All right. Or if I can get rid of, make it a little bigger like that. All right, so that's our 15-minute ORB. Naturally, we are bearish because of the EMAs, but anything can happen. I totally confirm, like, the orb takes precedence over EMAs, but it's good to see that they're both aligned. Okay, we had a nice little pre-market move up. You can kind of see the gap. Right here is your gap. We might be able to fill that gap. is just up in here. Yeah, I'm just not gonna. Whatever side I get, that's what I'm gonna play. Not gonna be greedy. I'm gonna go for 20 cents on the strike that shows it. I hope people took gains on Malm. I really hope so. This is a woo, big old orb, massive orb. Yeah, Bond, I have a stop loss at 15 cents. If it goes under that, then maybe I can get some 14 cents end of day. Bond, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lots of EMA time distance. You know, the KDJ, we can add that, and you see it's a 1.41. It is still the #1 setup in the market. All right, my sister has her kid coming in here, so let me answer this. Hello?
Hey, I'm leaving my apartment now, so I guess I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Getting late, and I have a little box to give you.
Yeah, that's fine.
I guess I can put the card.
Yeah, just let me know when you get here.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, see you.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Look at that 15-minute orb. Yeah, you're gonna go see Blaine. You wanna get your diaper changed real quick? You wanna get your diaper changed? Let's get your diaper changed. Let's get your diaper changed. Holy crap. 15-minute orb is massive. Alright. We're gonna get your diaper changed. Boo-boo. Boo-boo. Yeah. Say ew. Say ew. 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 No. No, sir. No, sir. No. 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 No here. Don't do that. Be good. Did you poop? No. Just a lot of pee. Say pee. Pee. Say pee. You didn't poop yet. But you pee. That's must be heavy. Hickory dickory dock. Hickory dickory dock. Ouch. Stop here. Here, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Hickory dickory dock. Oh. Holy crap. Did the market just freaking dump? Man, it's a massive 15-minute orb. Are we at a 1-minute lower Keltner channel? Let me look at the Keltner channel. No, we're not at a 1 minute. GBZ, chills. Let's make some money. Yeah, we're gonna make some money here. All right, so we have our 15-minute ORB. SPY is down $3, 0.58%. We're gonna do some futures on this. The minute we get a breakout, I am gonna wait for the ORB. So this is the ORB right here, guys. So we can make a really clear decision on what's gonna happen here. This is the ORB. If we break out of to the downside here on the 1-minute chart, what happened here? What happened? We're going to look to short this, okay? All right, I'm going to do 3 micros and short if we break to the downside. Gotta be a body. Just kind of thinking here. Right, here we go. Here we go, guys. Good morning, son. Welcome, welcome. Morning, Jaw. Is my audio good? Let me see. My audio good? Yeah, it looks good on my end. All right, guys, I'm going to go into some micros if we close out right here at 942. We close out here at 942. I'm going in for some micros to the downside. Because remember, we're breaking 15-minute orb. Oh, wait, not yet, not yet. My bad, not yet. It's not even 945 yet. I can't believe we actually have a 15-minute orb this big. Like, holy crap. There's your 945. We need to wait 3 more minutes. I got a little excited there. Don't short it yet. Odin, welcome, welcome. I like bull puts here if we hold orb. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard. I'm just not going to go against the trend. If I don't get a credit spread strategy, I got to have 2 confirmations with my credit spreads. I need to have EMAs and the 15-minute orb telling me, giving me a signal. So, if I don't get that, I'm definitely going to wait for the orb. I'm going to be a lot more patient because I'm going to do futures while I wait. I think that's my problem. I want to get in the trade faster than usual. So, like I'll show you here. I actually got Tradify has some 30% discounts. So, I actually got my this is what my futures prop firm is. I chose Tradify. They're like $40 for a 50K account. Super cheap. With this strategy, I don't see why anyone can't pass. I have made some really good money the last couple sessions. I'm feeling really confident to release this strategy. The orb has been absolute game changer for me. It makes price action so simple. It's just a simple breakout retest type pattern. Follow the EMAs with it, and you're totally fine. It makes it so clean, right? But yeah, we could take bull puts here, but you're kind of just throwing a dart here. What if this decides to break orb to the downside? You get bear calls. That's what we saw right up in here, right? Broke orb to got bear calls, and it went much lower than you could possibly imagine. Absolutely disgusting, right? How much lower that went. But yeah, I'm going to be a lot more careful. The ORB has given me 100% win rate. Hello? Okay. Here, let's go. Don't touch my computer. Stay right here. Stay right here. I'll be back. I'll be back. Did we break up? Did we break orb? Did we break orb? No, we did not. I'm looking at the 1 minute candle for a break of structure. There's our orb here. Now we're just looking for a break of structure here. If I was smart money, I would sell all, then buy back then cheap. Tariffs start April 2nd, probably sell off till then. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. Moment of truth here. Now we got our 15-minute orb. Now, I notice a lot of people use the 5-minute. You can see right in here, if you did the 5-minute, you will be in bear calls early. I've been doing some back test. The 5-minute does give us false signals a lot, but I've noticed if you get a double orb on the 5-minute, it tends to work really good. So if we get bear calls here and then get bull puts, something to pay attention to. Just a little bit of back test that I've been noticing. 15-minute orb works the best. 5-minute you can get in really early, but let me show you what happened on the 5-minute. I mean, the last time if you did the 5-minute, if you did the 5-minute, you got in at the very top for bull puts here. But if you did the second orb, you got at the very bottom here, and you had plenty of time to get in. So just keep that in mind. I think we all have done some back testing with orb, which works best. With credit spreads, you want to get in early. Don't want to get in too early. But you want to make a right decision. Try 20 EMA band works great on the 5-minute. Like, everything's downtrend on the 5-minute, but we know trends can change in a heartbeat. But as of now, I'm looking for a break of structure to the downside for bear calls. This is a massive orb, though. But I don't want to just randomly guess either. Like, it makes more sense to try to get the right direction. And if I don't get the right strike, then I'm just going to take the day off. I'm not going to be... I've been making really good money in credit spreads. I don't want to ruin it just because of lack of discipline. Been doing really good with credit spreads. All right, so we're coming back into... let me keep in mind, guys, there is a hidden secret with orb that I've been back testing too. Get the middle of this orb, right? This is a lot of times where resistance happens. So when price... Then this is known as your take profit. So if you're in orb, this is a great area to take profit if you're at the bottom or at the top. But as of right now, I'm watching the 5-minute. So we got bear calls here at 940. Do we break back above here is the question. Let me look at forexfactory.com, see what we got. You guys see any news? Sorry for the kids in the background. Pending home sales. Nobody should be in a trade till after 10. Pending home sales, then you can take trades after 10. And that's why the 15-minute order is really good too. You just wait till that 10 o'clock anyways. All right. Welcome everyone. Hope you're having a good day. Yeah, so we're gonna wait till 10. That's only 5 more minutes. If we get a break of this 940.35 candle, I would feel really safe with bull puts. I would feel really safe. We had this lower orb here, and it's just going up. The middle line is the middle of your orb. I could try to take futures right here at the top of orb, maybe for a quick scalp. I'm looking at it right here, and then your stop loss would be just when price closes above with a body. That's what I'm seeing right now. So I'm just paying attention to this. But as of now, the best strategies are going to be the ones where you break out. So I'm going to wait for that break, but you can take support resistance. You know, you can kind of see like, hey, if price gets here, it'll probably resist. But with 10 o'clock news coming in 9 minutes, you're better off just waiting. Put a stop loss right here if you wanted. All right, see what we're doing here. Those bull puts, man, that would have been great to get down there. Wow. But that's what it did yesterday, too. It faked us out big time. EMAs are at the top. Do we switch trends is the question. Oh. Oh. All right, we're coming back down here a bit. Here, no screaming. Yeah, I'm not taking, honestly, I'm not taking any trade till I get an orb. I'm not gonna just base this on feelings, right? We have a nice strategy that works. You know, just stick with it. If it don't work, it don't work. But if we'd done the orb, literally would have won 100% this month. All right, so that just tells you how strong the orb is. So right here, we hit the 5-minute EMA 20. Bounce. We got rejected there. I was really hoping we would get some type of breakout here, but I'm going to wait for that 10 o'clock news for sure. It's only in 8 more minutes. We're going to make bank today, guys. We're going to make a lot of money. Stay positive here. We're coming at the top of orb here. You can see that we get some resistance. Good morning, Philip Crab. Alrighty, let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna start looking when I see something here. I could easily see bull puts happening at this 10 o'clock, but then again, you know, just gotta be wary. We have 2 confirmations of downtrend here. We have a 30-minute downtrend and we have a 1 hour. Just keep that in mind. The overall direction is down based on EMAs, but orb always takes precedence over EMAs though. EMAs are just nice to say, hey, a lot of times double orb happens. All right, so we're getting a break of structure here. I'm going to go with some micros here to the upside. All right, we're going to go some micros here.
Order filled.
As long as that closes above, I'm in. Waiting it for it to close above. All right. I'm going to take a futures trade right here, guys. This is going to be a quick trade here. This 1 minute is closing above right here.
Order filled.
All right, I'm in the futures trade here. I'm going long as we got a break of structure here on the 15-minute chart. Just a small 2 micros now. I'm gonna look to accumulate more on the EMA 5. My stop loss is gonna be the middle of orb. All right, stop loss is middle of orb. Wowzers! Man, that's insane. All right, we're up quite a bit here coming in. Hey, guys, please. All right, let me sell one off. Coming up right here. I'm gonna sell one right there.
Order filled.
All right, took minor profit here. I'm gonna see what it does. If we get to this level down here, that's your stop loss. But yeah, for the credit spread, we're gonna wait till this closes, okay? Kind of show you what I'm doing here. We took profit right here. I took, you know, we broke the 15-minute orb, so I'm in one contract here. I think this is gonna ride it out. But I'm watching SPY chart. I'm watching the SPY chart. We got the breakout here. It makes a whole lot of sense to get in early on this 15-minute ORB. It makes a whole lot of sense. All right, I'm still riding this contract out. I wanted to get more down here. Hey, guys. No more banging. No. Don't be loud. All right, what are we getting? All right, so 566. Let's see what it does here. 957. My stop loss is at this middle of the orb, guys. Middle of orb. So 10 o'clock, we're waiting for that just to see what happens here. I'm doing a futures trade right now. You can see right here. Right here, we're doing a futures. We broke structure on the SPY to the 15-minute orb. So I'm riding it up. Stop loss is near this EMA 50. So I want a little smaller size because of the news we have at 10. So once you broke structure at 955, I'm all in for the long side. All right. So I went here, did some futures, did a futures trade. I'm long on ES on the futures. Now for my credit spread strategy, I think we're gonna get a double orb just because we're coming up into this EMA 50. So I would be cautious. Definitely look for a pullback. All right, I'm watching this. All right, see what I want to do here. All right, we're still breaking out. We got 2 more minutes for the news to happen. I wonder how big it's going to be. So right here, our stop loss is just under this long lower wick. Right down here is our stop loss. It looks very bullish, though. Stop losses up there. All right, let's see what this 10 o'clock does. Do we go up big or do we down big?
Order filled.
I'm watching it. If we go down, that'll be good because then we can get into some bull puts if we need to. got the breakout of structure here. There's a couple ways we can do this on a futures trade. There we go. I would like to retest of this orb. Wow, that's looking insane. Anyone take longs with me on the futures trade? Woo! We're still going up. Entry was right here, and we're just trailing, stopping it now. Taking out micros here, waiting for price to come back down. Ideally, I want. Man, I don't like this for. It's definitely bullish, but look at that 15-minute ORB. We're coming on the EMA 50. We need a pullback, guys. Holy moly. Anybody in on this futures with me? I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying with this strategy. Just prints money when you break out of ORB here. Once you have a nice win, your stop loss now is break even here, and you just scale out of micros. Yeah, that's literally what I'm doing right now. I scaled out of micros. I got some wins here, up here, and then now I'm putting my stop loss just break even here. I'm looking for a price to pull back. Do we come back to this lower orb? That'll be kind of hard to tell. Let me look at the... I need to look at some credit spreads here now. Now that we got bull puts signaled. Just kind of curious what they're giving us. Alright, so SPX, bull puts here. 27. Alright, so we can get 56.25. See if we can get back to this lower orb here. I'm going to take some ES micros here and have a stop loss at the middle orb. If we come back to this upper orb, I'm in for futures. If we break through this upper line, I'm shorting it on futures. All right, so we're looking at... Oh, you broke it. Put that back. I'm trading right now. No, I can't. Ask item. All right, so we have a... feel more comfortable doing maybe 56.15. Let's look at SPY or SPX, see where that 56.15 is. 56.15. That's way down here. That's way down here. 56.20 and 56.15. All right, I think we get a pullback on this EMAs. So I'm just kind of waiting for that, guys. We hit the EMA 50. Man, that's insanely bullish right there. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. That 30-minute got close to that EMA 50. I feel that too, like the double... I feel like a double orb can definitely happen due to the EMAs are not aligned. We're getting a mixed signal here. And that's why I'm doing ES for futures. It's the same as SPY. So I look at the SPY chart. When I see a signal, I go in long on ES or short ES. Yeah, I'm watching this right now. I would feel much better if we go back inside orb. I would feel a whole lot better if we did that. I did a small order at 0.20 bull puts. You got filled already? I mean, with this EMA 50 here, it's hard to take a size there. I see that everything is downtrend. We went from... But I do think orb does precede EMAs. I think it just matters what we get here. Back here at orb. Feel a lot safer with bull puts. Alright, so we have 10 bid, ask 20. 56, 15, 56, 20. Yeah, that's about what I'm looking at too. So you got filled for 20 cents. Nice. That's the one I was looking at too. I'm using the 1 minute chart to kind of see where we come. Now, same thing here, guys, with futures. If we get a body of a candle breaking this, we're going to short it. But I'm more realistically probably going to go long first, but if I see a break, then I'm going to take the other side. Yeah, I don't know. And like I say, guys, if we don't get in early, we're going to get wrecked like we did all the time. But this is a different type of signal here. I don't like the 50 up here. It's a different type of signal we're getting. 30-minute is downtrend, and 1 hour is downtrend. We also got... If we didn't have that news at 10, I would have definitely taken this on the 5-minute bull puts here. Alright, let's see, guys. Let's see what happens. The 1 minute's starting to curl up for an uptrend. Yeah, it felt like a downtrend. If we come back to this orb here, that will be a good bull puts in my opinion. It's just a massive orb. I mean, look at this orb. This middle line could act as support. All right, let me see what I want to get. Starting to look really bullish here. If we break above this, the 5 is trying to curl up. Do we get a fresh trend idea? That's the question. Do we get a fresh trend idea? Yep, that's the Discord SN. You're welcome to join. I locked in a lot of profits here on the upside of ES. I traded longs on the ES here when we broke structure. Alrighty, I'm looking for an EMA 20 or 50 touch here. I might go with you, Charles, on this one. I definitely want to just strictly follow orb because it's been roasting me when I haven't. Been getting roasted. Alright, so I'm looking for futures to the long side at this 567 mark. Right now, we're at 15 cents. 57, 60, 56.15, 56.20 is not a bad strike for bull puts. I'm just mainly looking at this support here, if we can get near it. But yeah, if we get that 20 cents, the bid and the ask, I think that's one that could get filled at this area for sure. So I'm going to go with bull puts at 56.15, 56.20. Let me alert that. Going with bull puts on the 15-minute or break for 56.15, 56.20 for 0.20 premium. Alright, did that fill me? No, did not fill me. One working. It would have to go to this lower orb here, or upper orb. See if it fills me. Alright, looks like I got filled. Nice. Alright, I'm going to go in for that. For my futures trade, I'm going to go long at that upper horizontal line. Let me place my stop loss real quick for my SPX. I'm in SPX 56 bull puts right here. Let me close selected. I'm going to go for a stop of 0.80. I'm just going to play orb, guys. I think that precedes EMAs all the time. And by the time we get a double orb, I can stop out for break even, most likely. All right. All right, we didn't quite get this lower touch here. I'm waiting that for futures. Who is in bull puts right now? Let's go if you're in bull puts. I got filled right here on this candle at 10:09. All right, now we're going to focus on futures here. Now that I got my bull puts here. And go to the 1 minute chart. And let's see if we can get some contracts on this EMA 50 here. Right to here at this EMA 50, I'm all in. I'm going to do about 5 micros here. Stop loss is at this middle band. If we break structure here, I could take a small loss, and I'm going to short it. All right, I'll take a small loss and short it. So this should fill you here, 0.20. That's lower than where I got it. This should fill you. All right, I'm going with some micros. Going in some micros right here at this upper floor. I'm going to buy 1 micro right now. All right, I'm in a micro.
Order filled.
Go more down in another
Order
micro.
filled. Order
All
filled.
right, I got 3 micros right here on this EMA 50 upper orb. We're going to see if it bounces up for the futures trade here. All right, stop loss if the body of the candle breaks under here. And then we'll write it down to the downside. All right, let's write it up.
Order filled.
Come on. All right, so we're coming up here. EMA 50 1 minute chart. Upper orb retest pattern. I'm up $200. $200 here on the futures right here. If I see a body close under here, I'm just going to take the fast loss. But this looks really good. I'm going to scale some out if we break through this high. If we break through this high, I'll scale out a couple micros. All right, here we go. Test new highs, test new highs, test new highs. I think we can get a V shape up here. We tested the lower orb. Coming close up into $300 here. I'm going to take off a micro. All right, I'm going to take off a micro right here.
Order filled.
I'm going to hold some micros now. All right, if we come back here, I'll buy some more if I need to. I took off some micros. If you're up $300, why wouldn't you? All right, we're kind of bouncing off of this level here. BYCU is moving. I'm using prop firms right now. I've been doing so much backtest. I'm telling you, the only strategy you need is ORB. The orb is literally going to make you freaking rich. I'm telling you. This strategy makes bank. You got a very clear stop loss. We're in credit spreads. I'm taking off another micro, guys. Right up here at this high here, I'm taking off another micro. Holy.
Order filled.
Why did I do futures a lot sooner? Holy cow. Okay, so we hit the structure here. We're doing a V-shaped type pattern. Testing new highs is what I'm looking at right here. If we break this structure here, oh my gosh, it's money. All right, I'm up $1,000. Up $1,000 right here. Should I sell some more micros? I kept adding the dip there. Holy frickin' H. I'm in credit spreads. I don't have to worry about credit spreads because I have a stop loss. I'm gonna take off another one here. All right, I'm taking off another one, and I'm gonna ride this one till the end of the day. If it just keeps going up, I'm just gonna keep riding this. All right. I think we test new highs. I think we break this resistance, and you're gonna see a massive bull action if we break this. Now, my stop loss is break even now. The worst case scenario, if price comes back to my average, I stop out break even. Okay? I stop out break even. But I firmly believe we break this high here, and it's make it or break it right here. So, stop loss, break even. Let me make sure I secure my gains. I'm in the buying side here. So, we'll put break even. It's just how much more do we make? All right, so we're breaking structure here at the new high. We got in credit spreads right here at the 10:09 candle. And we took entries here on futures. We bought here on futures. We made the money all the way up here. And we bought futures right here, made all the money up here. Now, if you didn't make any money, make sure you trail and stop. Don't be that person that thinks price can keep going up. If price breaks this upper orb, I'm going to look to short the market, all right? If we break here, it has to be a body. I repeat, it's got to be a body like this, where you got, something like that coming down here. So if we don't have a body, we can clearly see this is resistance. I only have a couple micros. Why not hold to the end, right? It's just how much more you make. I'm doing ES futures right now. I told everyone in the chat, I've been backtesting this strategy for a bit. I love it. It has a very clear risk versus reward. If you want to make more money, you can do futures with me. Credit spreads are very nice too. I'm making really good money credit spreads. They're just a little slower pace. But I've been making consistent returns. I got a little carried away on my credit spreads where I kind of went against my rules. So I got 2 losses this month. Honestly, I should have had no losses this month. All right. Yeah, buying futures is just like buying stocks. You buy it at an average and you get filled. All right. For example, I'm holding 1 micro here. You see right here. Now I can use this. I'll show you here. So I'm using Tradify. They had a discount running. So, we locked in lots of gains here. You can see right up here. I bought right here near this EMA 50, and I'm just kind of holding it through. Price is moving rapidly fast. And it's just, now I'm just going to hold this last micro and see how much more money I can make. Maybe this micro can turn to like $500 or so. We'll see. So futures is ES. You'll use ES. You can use Tradify. It's 30% off for this till the end of this month. I paid $40 for a 50K account. Super cheap. Prop firms want you to lose, but I'm telling you, with this strategy, this strategy kind of counters every strategy that I've kind of used. It makes price action very simple. You see that when you break 15-minute orb, it's a break of structure. You go in on long. When you retest the 15-minute orb, you can act it as support. Your stop loss is when a body of a candle closes under there. And then you can see why I would take longs here. You have an EMA 50 on a 1 minute. You have an upper orb acting as support. Your risk versus reward is insane. Worst case scenario, you get stopped out like right under here. And then if I get stopped out, then guess what? You take it to the downside. Where do you look for your next target? The middle of the 15-minute orb. So if it breaks here, you could make money all the way to the bottom of this orb or the middle of this orb. And then if it just breaks back above, well then again, your stop loss is tight. It's a body of a candle closing under here. All right. It's very simple. You can easily see, one, you're using EMAs. Smaller time frames develop uptrends faster. So if you see a 1 minute uptrending, well, then you'll most likely see the 5 minute uptrending next, then the 15 minute, then the 30 minute. You get the idea. Orb is opening range breakout. I've been working on this strategy for a very, very long time. It's one of my best. It can work on credit spreads. It can work on futures. It can work on any market opening. Like what if you want to play the London session, right? It works on any market open because the first 15-minute candle gives you support resistance. All right, and I truly believe like anyone can do this. We all can see when you break structure here, why would you short that, right? And your stop loss is so tight that if you come back down into structure, your stop loss can be rather tight. All right, let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to see if I can pass this futures account. We'll pass this futures account within a week. All right. Man, I wish I bought a lot more micros. I firmly believe micros over minis, though. Oh, there it is! There it is. Okay, we're getting break of structure here. All right, what do you guys see? High or low type of patterns, right? So ideally what you want to see is this is your low. Any pullback in this line right here would be acting as support. This would invalidate the symbol if we don't go here. So for my futures trade, I'm still holding. Maybe I should trade this breakout, or maybe I should keep holding. We'll see. We're up 0.60. We're up 0.11%. All right. So remember this line here. Man, it's so hard when you're up. When you're up a lot on futures, it's hard to like. Should I hold this out or just? Obviously I got a stop loss. We can look at some swing trades here. Mullen made me 20% yesterday. It made me over 50% the other day. Mullen has been the crappiest stock, but making me the most money. My stop loss is 15 cents for bond, and I would look for a better entry. It's got 10 million volume. What's the KDJ on this thing? The KDJ is 1.41. I do like that. I do like that a lot. All right, SPY. We're at here. Oh, boy. Come on. Hold that support and make a new high. Hold that support. Doesn't have to be exact. So what we're gonna have here is a formation type pattern here. So we got our higher low. If this is the higher low on a 1 minute chart, we could easily keep going up. It's a 1 minute chart. It doesn't have to hold that though. Do Tradeify. It's $40. $40 for a 50K account. I think you'll like it. $40 for a 50K account. And this way, if we miss a credit spread, like if we don't get what we want for a credit spread, we can do futures while we're waiting. We can make money both ways. Credit spreads is always going to be a higher win ratio, always. This month we would have a 100% win ratio if we did the 15-minute orb only. All right, I've been getting wrecked going against the trend, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I think 15-minute price action precedes everything. All right, is this the higher low? Is this it? Is that where they wanted me to draw the line? We'll see. Somewhere in there should be the higher low. All right, I'm just watching this real quick. Because when I took a look at my options, oh yeah, let me post my stop loss in the chat. All right, I'm gonna put my stop loss in the chat. Yeah, I'm getting in fast on these credit spreads. If I don't get in, I don't get in. I'm gonna get very fast on these. You know, I don't want to get a worse strike because I didn't get in fast enough. All right, so we're just kind of chilling here. This line might be invalidated for a short. We'll see. We don't know the exact place where they want us to put this line. If this goes up, then that's where the right correction of that line should be. All right, somewhere in here it should hold, is what I think. So I'm not understanding the 5620, 5625 thing, because when I look at my options on Weeble and Robinhood, it doesn't look like that. So we're going to use SPX, right? So if you look at SPX, this might hit my stop on futures here if we go back down. I have a stop loss, break even. We'll see. Looks like it broke structure. But if you look at SPX, right, you go to vertical. And so if we go to bull puts, which we want to be on the put side, we go to 0 DTE, 5620, 5625 is this strike right here. So if you click on it, you can see like there's a bid and an ask. The bid will get you filled instantly. I put a bid in for 20 cents. So we went from, I got filled at that 20 cent mark. So you put whatever contracts you want. 9 contracts will make you roughly, with fees involved, $162, all right? Passive income. So that's what I did. So we got in there, we put 20 cents. You can see right here, it's at 5 cents. It's going to decrease as time passes. So you want to try to get in early when you get that signal. So we got bull put signal win. Our bull put signal was right here at this 10 o'clock candle. You see right here, that was your 15-minute ORB. We are closed above here. We wait for price to retest back to a lower time frame, the 1 minute EMA 20, the 50, or even upper orb. You know, and this is always your range because we don't know what exactly the premium is. So I don't mind if I get filled here or here, as long as I'm getting the general direction of ORB says up, I want to fight this. I want to generally go long. I am still holding a micro here. We'll see how high this goes. I'm going to start going bigger size on futures, by the way, because my stop loss is very tight. I don't see why we can't make $1,000 a day on futures. I think that's very, very doable using this system. When you go to the Webull app, you could it might be a little different, but it's all the same thing. Do you have option level 3 GBG? Yeah, 5 micros is a lot, honestly. I highly recommend micros. Like, were you able to get in on this, Deathbringer? Like, do you see like the analysis of why this was such a strong setup? Like, this was such a beautiful setup, right? You break structure. You get right in here. I played it twice. I played it right in here when we broke structure to get in early. Trail and stop it. We come back down to a lower time frame, EMA 50. Upper orb. Trail and stop it up. Now you're holding your micro, 1 micro, 2 micros, break even. You cannot lose on this trade. It's now just how much more do you make? Now, I could be greedy and wish I had more micros here. Absolutely. But ignore all the bull crap. I mean, people will be like, you need this, this, and that. No, price is literally 15-minute orb conquers everything. Make it simple, keep it simple, stupid. It really depicts when do you go in an uptrend, when you go in a downtrend. You play both sides of the coin. You get stopped out fast, and you play the other side. 15-minute orb is right here in the middle. This middle line right here is very good to aim for targets. So if we start breaking through, if we break through this upper orb, now I got this 15-minute middle line to say, hey, I want to short it to this middle line. And I have 2 targets. I can short it here and then hold some micros to this target. And then if we do a double orb, you're rich. All right. So this is the scaling out. You short it down here if you have a body candle coming. Your first target's here in the middle orb. Your second target is at the bottom orb. And then your third target is just free range. It's just free range down. And so, but you know, people might be like, well, what if this didn't work on the upper orb when you bought it? You know, who gives a rip? My stop loss is what? Down here with the body of a candle closing under. So I take what, $100 loss, and then guess what? I write it to the downside. Once I get confirmation, we go to the middle orb downside. I make that back instantly. I've been backtesting this a lot. I spent countless nights, sleepless nights, just constantly doing this. I feel very safe releasing this, just like I feel very safe with my credit spread strategy. My credit spread strategy is the best it's going to get. There's nothing I can change in it. It's a 0 DTE. They're meant to be risky, but you can see the results. We're getting at least 50% of our account. That's insane. If you have a 5K account, you should be making $2,500 a month. And this month right here should have doubled your account. I was stupid. All right. I'm going to really focus on playing the direction. My other reaction was like, oh, maybe I should do bull put or bear calls because we missed our entry here. No. Even though I see this EMA 50 at, big resistance, I'm just going to do it based on the orb. I think orb price action precedes any EMA. So, okay, looks like this is where the line should have been. I was wrong. It should have been right there. So that's the higher low pattern. I was wrong, but I still had an idea like, hey, if we get a higher low type pattern, yeah, just use some common sense. Common sense, if we get a higher low pattern here, right here is your higher low near the orb, and then what's your next higher low? Right here. Now, if we don't, we're breaking structure here. Now, if we don't make a higher low, then it's probably going to go back to this upper orb. All right, so anybody in futures right here is making bank. I'm still in it. This one contract is up $100. Just one freaking contract of a micro. I'm looking, should I take it out or should I hold it? That is so freaking tempting. I wish I had more micros. Wow. Wow, that's insane. I wish I did have more. I'm getting more confident though. I'm going to work my way up to 10 micros starting size. Yeah, I'm going to work my way up for more micros because of these situations. We just nailed it. Literally just nailed this thing. Yeah, I should actually put a comment there. I should. Let me do that. Because, guys, we're going to free range here. This micro might hit $500. Oh, man. Did the orb not predict this, guys? No other strategy has this kind of clean price action. Break of structure, using the 1 minute chart. I'm telling you, no other. It makes it so simple. It's the cleanest price action you can probably ever get in the history of trading. I wish I did this in the very beginning of my trading. I really wish I did. Credit spreads make me passive income. Futures make me bank in a very short amount of time. So if I lose on a credit spread, I can play futures and win both directions. Bear calls, bull puts, I play the side that wins. Stop loss. The benefit of futures is you can stop out fast. You're like, the minute don't go my way, I stop out and I go the direction it goes. Whoa, that is a massive move here. This is where the entry was alerted, right in here. This is where it all the way went up. Of course, you're trailing stopping. Right here, up, down, more here, and then up. Holy crap. Literally keeping trading simple stupid. You don't need no ICT dog crap. This is literally the easiest way to trade. I might pass this 50K account here in 2 days. And then I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to keep passing them here. They're so cheap, might as well. Let's see right here. So we're up. Yeah, we're up $100 on one micro. Not bad. I'm going to go a bit more bigger size when I get more confident, for sure. All right. We're going to go bigger size. I should have got more micros. Ideally, I want to hold like 3 micros end of day. My credit spread is already 5 cents. Oh, now you got to fight theta, and it's going my direction. Ouch. That sucks for the buyers. I'm telling you, I wish I knew this strategy sooner too, Charles. I've been doing so much backtest. I started off with the 1 minute Keltner channel. I think you were there, where we take price action and we reverse it to the mean. That was a good strat. I don't think that's a bad strat. But then I started looking more into how do we follow the trend with EMAs. I used that, remember? I think you guys remember we used EMAs to follow the trend. The next thing I looked in is like, well, EMAs are good, but they lag. So then how do we look for a price action tool? We're making new highs, guys, as I'm speaking. This micro is going up insane. Holy crap. Man, I gotta take this. I gotta take this game. This micro's up too much. I gotta take this game. I mean, holy freaking crap. I gotta take it. I'm out.
Order filled.
I'll wait till it goes back down. Lesson learned, I need more micros. I need to go bigger size when we go to these crucial levels so I can hold some throughout the day. If this just keeps going up, it's whatever. I mean, this 1 micro from here to there, I mean, don't be greedy. That's insane. Like, how can you not take that game? From here to here? Like, holy crap. Whoa. Yeah, so I'm up. Whew. This account's going to get passed here very soon. Holy moly. Alright, so I'm going to get rid of I'm going to keep the middle line. Just remember, guys, I'm not trying to confuse you. This middle line is the middle of orb, okay? So there's 3 different ways to trade orb. I think all you need is these 3 lines to trade it. This is kind of the secret sauce I've been noticing. This middle orb, once you break structure, that is your target, all right? Can you show me how to do a stop loss on Webull? So Webull, I use my phone. So basically, all you do is you hit close order. You hit your close order, and there's a limit order called stop. Limit stop. Do you have the Weeble app, Brandon? I'm telling you, if you want to join in the live stream every day. I literally just gave out literally free alerts to literally where you could literally just almost pass your prop firm here. We're gonna pass it. I'm telling you, everybody's gonna pass their prop firms with this strategy. We're not gambling. We have a clear risk versus reward. No other strategy can get this precise, like literally to the T, getting this precise of an entry here and an entry here. I got in right here at this body candle, we went up. Got in right here, we went up. No other strategy can do that. And now it's just micros. You scale out your micros. Ideally, you want to have a couple micros where you say, hey, you know, I want to take profit as we go up. I'll take profit here. It doesn't have to be, it can be random. Like, you know, just here, just as you go up, you scale out. That way, you know, you lock in your game. Because what if I didn't take profit on this one, it went up and then it comes back down? I'm gonna be pretty stupid, right? Because I'm like, why didn't I take that game? And we're probably just gonna keep making new highs, guys. My regret is not having enough micros, right? Oh jeez. Futures might be the way to go, though. I love my credit spread strategy, but this might be the next big thing. Making $1,000 in a short amount of time, like, you can't beat that. It's a totally different where you play with it. I totally agree. I think a platform account to the moon is so much easier because you're risking less money. But then again, if you can pass an account, you're making that money, right? You could cash out on that. So yeah, I agree. It's a lot more easier. But then the idea is to make a lot of money on a prop account and fund your personal account. Not a lot of people have a lot of money. So if you could pay $40 on Tradify right now and get a 50K account. Sure, a lot of people will lose, and that's how prop firms make money. But before I released this strategy, I wanted to make sure that, hey, we can profit on this, right? I've been doing so many credit spreads that I've seen 15-minute orbs every day. I've seen it. I've seen that if we break this upper orb, why not take it down to the middle orb? And then if you do a double orb, you know, you're making bank. You're literally making bank here. Now, I stopped trading at 12 o'clock. Once it hits 12 o'clock, the volatility dies out, and I stop trading. We're making new highs. We're making new highs as we speak. Yeah, let me know how that goes, son. I've made 50% of my account already this month. Even though I did some stupid things. I already made 50%. Let me see my notes here. I'm going to put one against the trend. Holy crap. It's still going up. Anyone in the futures with me right here? I sold early. Anyone actually still in micros? That is insane. I mean, the problem is I scaled out too fast. I took profit here, and I ran out of micros. I didn't think it would go that big. Holy moly. I'll put one against trend. So the 2 times I lost on credit spreads is when I went against trend. Alright, so I'm just going to put that. Single orb against trend. Alright. Alright, tomorrow, guys, we're going to go bigger size. Alright, tomorrow we're going to go bigger size. On Tradify, you can pass a prop firm account in one day. You only need $3,000 for a 50K. So I don't see why we can't make, you know, if you made 1K today, we'll try to make 2K tomorrow. Alright. But my thing is, you can have whatever indicator you want. Nothing is going to be better than price action. Like, just keep it simple, stupid. No indicator, you know, here's the problem with indicators. They might be like, oh, we get a buy signal here, right? They're delayed. Some people use Hikanashi. I mean, those are pretty nice, I guess. right here, you started to see an uptrend. But as you can see, this is what happens with Aikanashi, right? Downtrend, uptrend, downtrend, uptrend. They change a lot. They're really good. Yet even the orb predicted this. The orb made massive money on that. Let's go over it. Like seriously, look at the yesterday's price action. This right here, you could probably take the whole freaking year off. Here's your orb. What happens? We break structure. Where do we go? We just keep going down all throughout the day. You get in early on that 1 minute chart. Where do you we could you go to the 1 minute. I mean, this trading doesn't have to be hard. I think we overcomplicate things. Right? Is this the 930? So here's your 940. Oh, I got too many orbs on place. I'm just going to focus on today, but you can see like where you could really get those precise entries. Wow, this thing is still going up. All right, I'm going to put my EMAs. It looks naked without them. So we're getting an uptrend idea. This is what we call a fresh uptrend idea on the EMA 50. I don't know what that line is. We'll get rid of that. I'm just going to remember the middle line is my middle orb. Yeah, I was calling it out. I used the SPY chart. Now keep in mind, guys, I don't show my prop firm because I'm using SPY chart. So once I broke structure, I use the SPY chart. I don't like using the prop firm accounts. I don't like to use Tradify charting. I just got so used to looking at SPY chart on Webull that it's just so beautiful to me. Like everything looks so clean. That was a break of structure there, big time. We're up. Bullish hammer candle. We're up $1.80. All right, my credit spread is 0 cents. Yeah, nice. 0.222. You got one as a vertical, and that's the pro. I'm telling you, we're gonna make double the money here now. We're gonna make passive income where it's just very passive, making passive income on credit spreads. 50% of your account, you should be making 4% daily on your account. If you have a, whatever size you're using. If you're using a $2,000 account, if you do the math, you're making about $100 with fees, like maybe 90. But so if you take that $2,000 times that by 0.04, roughly $80 is that where you're looking to make, right? And that's 4% of your account. That's really freaking good. Well, you times that by, obviously you'll probably have 2 losses in a month. You're making $14.40. Profit. And then if you take a loss, well, it's did I do that right? So we take so 100 times that by 18, is that going to be there? Yeah, then if you take a loss, it's going to be like $600. So all in all, you're making, with the fees involved, you minus that by 600. With the fees, you're looking at like 1,050 or something. So you can see how that 2K turned into 3K. I mean, I don't blame you, 022. Take the gains. We don't know how high this can go. I'm an idiot for not having more micros, and I told people that. I need to. I'm just me personally. I'm working on how many micros I want to go. Do I want to go 10, and then I can scale out 2 every time it goes up? Do I want to go? It just really depends. Because I know my stop loss is so tight that I'm not too worried about it. My stop loss is super, super tight. And you got to understand, like, when you go on Twitter and all the big wigs, they'll have copy trading accounts. They'll have about 20 of these accounts. So if you made $1,000 today, times that by 20 is 20 grand on futures today. You see how it adds up rapidly fast? A lot of people copy trade on here. So they have multiple Top Step accounts, multiple Tradeify, multiple take profit. And once you start making so much money, then you can start putting that into higher investments for, stocks and all that. But this is how, if you have a small account, work on, you can do credit spreads or futures. Those are the 2 things I recommend. Go to Tradeify. I went on Tradeify here. It's 30% off. You can see right in here. I went on Tradeify. I bought their cheapest one. I went to Growth. Advanced. 69 bucks. And they have a 30% discount. Makes it close to 47 bucks. So you pay the 47 after the discount. You get access to a 50K account after you pass. No, minimum trading days to pass is only 1 day. The reset fee is $45. So you get a discount just if you fail, you can reset it, and then the activation fee is $125. Nobody should be failing these accounts. If you're failing, you're gambling. Then I don't see how you're failing with Orb. Your stop loss is always when you break inside here. I told everyone, the minute I entered here, my stop loss is down here with the body of a candle. Combine that with EMAs, holy crap. You literally sniped this shot right here. You sniped it right here. And look at the end results. I mean, a lot of people would dream to have these kind of moves with them. And that's why I can't wait any longer. I got to release this strategy. I want you guys to make money. I'm doing this all for free, too. But if you want to be in the Discord, you're going to have to be in there to get my credit spreads. And I'm probably not going to do the futures for free any longer. All right? Because I put the time into this thing. I've been really backtesting it to make it where it's just simple, stupid to follow. All right, simple. Are you in bold puts right now, Deathringer? Are you thinking about just shorting because of the futures trade? I'm sorry, I missed your comment. So, should I sell bond? So, I made 20% on Mon. I'm not really sure what it's doing. Wow. It went back down. Okay. So, I mean, if you want to play this thing, let's put our EMAs and counter channels up. I kind of expected this thing not to hold. You know what I could do is I could just buy this end of the day again. If Mon stays at this level, then yeah, I might buy it end of the day. That's not a bad gig. 1.39 on the K value, buy it end of the day. Click sell to close button. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Swidrig. It's very simple. I think credit spreads are very simple. Once you get in, buy to close, and bam, he's got 12 contracts, so he puts the 12 there. Stop price, you can put 0.80, he put 0.75, close enough. There's not a stop loss on, oh wait, when trading futures, I don't really, personally, I don't really like Robinhood. But Brandon, you're talking about stop loss for credit spreads, right? Are you doing bigger cap stocks, Allie, or penny stocks? What's IB, Kenzo? I'm sorry. What's SPY doing here? Alright, guys. You could take another future trade if you want, but looks like you nailed the top, Deathbringer, on that short. It's just going to come down to me. If I take a futures trade, it's the orb. I don't need to make tons of trades a day. If we come back down, I would look for a break of structure to the downside here, or I would look for support. All right, that's the only way I'm going to play today. We are way above the orb. You could play EMA 50 is not a bad gig, but I like to use the orb the best.
Wait. Let's do TV over here.
I find YHC and ADAP interesting. Any thoughts on them? ADAP looks almost ready. YHC, not quite yet. YHC. YHC is down 8%, 2 million volume. What's the K value? K value is 10.25. Are you using Top Step, Deathbringer? You got an Express account, or are you still trying to pass the Combine? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 candles there. Small cap momentum, extremely oversold small caps. You'll pass it fast. I'm going to trade this every day. I'm going to pass this account within, I think, by the end of either tomorrow or next week. And then I'm going to do another account once I take some profit on this one. I think I finally found what I want to do with futures. Makes it so simple. It's personally, it's the stop loss that I needed to protect on futures, because it moves so fast. You gotta have like a really tight stop loss. Like, you really have to like snipe these plays. And so 15-minute ORB, use the 1 minute for entries. It makes so much sense to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ADAP has no volume. Oh, it has volume actually right here. What is ADAP? Probably a freaking medical. Yeah, biotech. Am I not surprised? Biotech crap. That's all that is. Biotech crap. Healthcare again. Why are these all freaking biotechs? It's annoying. I hate biotech. Yeah. Let's go to penny stock. 0 points. This one actually had a lot of volume here and there. K value 4.52. I'll tape a watch on this one. Coming into the lower Keltner channel. Professional commerce services. Any bad news? I mean, we just hit the EMA 5. But I'll let you know when I get into futures trade. I want you all to make money. I'm not going to overtrade though. I firmly believe one good solid trade is all you really need. I firmly believe in that. You're making $1,000 on just one trade. Overtrading is what really got me. I'm trying not to. I don't want to overtrade. NNDM. What is this one? This little freaking. Alright, NNDM. Doesn't really move much. It's like a lot of the stocks are pumping that I liked. Congrats whoever got Ciso. Congrats who got freaking Ciso. I almost got that in this morning. It was going to be my trade for today, but it pumped. Same thing with DMN. I mean, you can't ignore 100 million volume. 200 million volume. 300 million volume. You can't ignore that. comes in like literally to a T. You tell me this is not algos. You tell me this is not algos. To a T, we hit the 5 and reject. Literally to the T. New retail traders get in right here, and then the algos dump on them. They're like, oh crap, DMN is pumping over 40%. Time to get in. And then it starts dumping on them. And they have no idea why it's dumping. Like, yeah, the market's a scam. No, that's resistance. That's literally a downtrend stock hitting an EMA 5. Just like when you buy this stock. Why would you buy this when it's at the EMA 50, you know? It's just like the probabilities are so far against you. I don't see anything, guys. What is this stock? How did I miss this one? Me went up 100%? How did I miss this? Yeah, it had really good volume. Lower Keltner channel. Not as much time distance as I wanted. The K value. I wouldn't have taken it. The K value wasn't as good. But wow. That's an interesting play right there. Decent volume. Not massive, though. Big cap stocks. What's SPY doing? Is it making new highs? Is it making fun of me for selling my micro? Oh my gosh, it's making fun of me. I should have held that last micro. Oh well. Yeah, create a Tradify account. I'm gonna go live every day. We're gonna pass this. I mean, my goal is to make passive income with my credit spreads to pay like all the bills, vacations, and stuff because it's consistent income. And then that futures account, that's the big money. That's where I'm gonna make 1,000 a day. All right. Copy trade accounts. That's where the big money's gonna be. But obviously, your credit spread strategy is gonna win way more because you're selling credit spreads. But keep in mind, one loss takes away 3 wins, so it's a slower pace. But making 50% of your account every month. I mean, how do you not try that? Can you show how do you do your screeners and Weeble? Is Mom yeah, so basically for screeners, you can add a screener here. Like you see how you can like basically what all I do is I look at volume. Alright. So when you add a screener, you can look at all this stuff. How did I do on like I probably got rid of this region. Where's the volume at? ROE, microcap. It's been a while since I did this. Filters. Yeah, I added volume here. All you need is volume, and you can do RSI. You can do RSI. What does the other ones look for mine? Screeners. Yeah, so look, if you look at this, like for this penny stocks, I have an RSI under 30. Last price of 0 to 5. And I don't know, do I have volume on here? Yeah, 1 million volume to infinity. If they don't have a million volume, I just don't care about it. So then I can go here and be kind of looking at, well, we only want to buy losers, so we can go to the price change and we can just look at the biggest losers, right? Because we don't chase pennies. We just don't do that. But good grief, how did I miss Cisco? Right here, this thing pumped massively, and this is why you don't chase pennies. Like, literally the perfect example why. This thing pumped up 60, 70%. It went on screeners. A lot of people bought in late on this, and then it went all the way back. Why? Daily EMA 10. Big resistance. Would you ever buy CISO when it hits the 10? No. You would buy it when it's down here, under the 5, when it has a low K value, when it has massive EMA 5 TD. Because the chances of this just going to the 5, you make good money. But if it goes to the 10, you make even more. So and that's the same thing with Mullen, right? Is how I'm playing Mullen. This one's a different kind of scenario. But as you can see, you have this massive EMA 5, same setup. It went up here to make a 200% gain. Everyone in the Discord knows how this strategy works. You see this, so you make your profit, you're not greedy, and you don't buy back in again till you have that EMA 5 TD. Or my scenario, I'm waiting till the end of the day. So you get the best entries at the end of the day. So, and I gotta wait for a low K value. So if I wanted to play this, wait till the end of the day. I already made so much money that a 10% stop loss is going to hurt me. So I get an end of the day, and I can look at the range to the EMA 5 if we touch that again. But mainly this low K values with luring me in. Lots of volume, 70 million, 30 million already, 418 million volume on that day. It has lots of volume. Crappy stock, but you can make really good money on it too. All right. Next time I'm gonna do more micros tomorrow. Okay. We're not gonna let this. Ideally, you want to hold 1 to 2 micros till the end of the day, just for kicks and giggles. See how high it goes, and then your stop loss should be at break even. So I entered right here. Stop loss is just right above that orb.
Up here, Lee had it first. You shared.
Yeah, we're getting to that point, son. Absolutely. Credit spreads you can make however much you want. As I'm getting better and better at my credit spread strategy, I know a lot of people kind of think like it's just too slow growth. It really is not. I'm scaling 2 contracts every month, so that's another $50 of passive income every day. So at the end of this year, yeah, we'll be close to $1,000. All right. This is kind of a newer service that I released for everyone. I'm telling you, I worked my butt off to figure out what premium is good. A lot of trial and error, lots of money on different kind of stop losses, figuring out what's the best strategy, price action with EMAs. Like I've really figured, you know, I worked really hard to figure that strategy out. It's a really hard strategy. You know, you got to work on premium and all that. But like if you look at my Excel sheet here for my credit spreads, where did I lose? Like we all should look at the patterns. Where did I lose? I went against the trend on this day and this day. I have 2 losses, and that's it. I went in again here, so let me fill this one out. 27 March. So I have 2 losses. Is it the strategy fault? No, it's my fault. It's not the strategy fault. I went against the trend. I went against what the orb told me to do. I'm just going to follow the orb. Did I think SPY would drop 4% on this day almost? That's why I lost here. You know? So, lack of discipline. I deserve to lose. Going in with bull puts here. I got in at 10:08. Yeah, so I'm going to be less greedy because a lot of times I lost. These 2 days I lost is because I could not fill my bear calls. So what I did is I try to be greedy and get a trade no matter what, when honestly, the signal I should be going with is what the orb gives me. If I miss out on that play, change the strike up or just don't play the day. That's the only solution. February was an amazing month. February we had 1 loss. It was a true loss. I have no regret on this loss. That was a true loss. But I have regrets when I don't follow the system and I lose. That's when I get pissed off. I didn't follow the system. That's what makes me sad about that. 56.15, 56.20. But yeah, just suck it up when you lose. Get back up on your horse. It's fine. Like a lot of people they lose on a credit spread and they're like, oh, it's fine. That's part of trading. But as long as you're generally winning, it don't really matter. But I do think there's a lot more. I think the future strategy has a lot of potential here. I think I'm on a gold mine here. Stick with me on this future strategy. We're gonna make double the money. We're gonna do futures and credit spreads. So stick with me. I'm gonna lead you guys to a very good gravy train here. Mullen, I'm looking to buy into today. All right, Kobe. I'll let you guys know. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. I'll let you guys know my exact alerts. It's $12 a month. I can't make it any cheaper than that. Like that's like chicken change right now. All right, so right here, yeah, we got a break of structure. The only play that we would wait to take in for futures is this upper orb, and we would short it down to the middle orb. So you have 2 choices. We don't know exactly what it's going to do here. So your 2 choices is this, right? You buy it on support on the orb, and you go long. If it breaks structure, then you just take that quick loss and you short it. If you see that 1 minute breaking structure, a 1 minute break of structure is a body of a candle. So I will go in my 1 minute chart to get a very precise entry, and I can kind of see like, hey, if we break that structure with a body closing under here, I'm going to short it. Yeah, I'm going to short it. It's not even, and that's the thing is, it's not even enough for to go to McDonald's. And I get a lot of people saying like, "Hey, you should up the price," and trust me, I'm thinking about it just because it's like it's getting to the point like how much time I'm spending on these strategies. Like the market's evolving. It's like you have to go with what the market does, and it's just trading is just a constant grind. There's so much to it. There's emotions in it. But I'm telling you, this future strategy is down to the pat. You don't need no indicators. You just trade based on price action. Everyone can take their dog crap indicators and throw them away. You don't need that crap. It's just a simple break of structure. That's all you need. Is simple support and resistance. That's literally all you need in trading. All right. Yeah, eggs are actually at the next level, though. We all might need to start getting our own chickens. But yeah. So I'm gonna do this every day, guys. It's coming close to 12 o'clock. So my plan is to trade futures with you. It's kind of hard. Just remember, if I'm saying I'm getting in, you kind of understand how I'm getting in now. So I'm just gonna say I'm buying ES. I'm only doing ES. I think NQ is too volatile for me, and I'm used to charting SPY. So I'm gonna use the Webull SPY chart, and then I'm gonna hit market orders on my futures account. So the minute I get an order, I just hit buy market, and then if you buy a market, let's say you have 3 contracts. Well, you can sell one market to scale out. Not all the times are you going to have this massive move up from orb where it just goes all the way up. This is not practical. All right. This is not going to be your everyday move. I showed you guys some bad examples in my day trading education video where you didn't get that much of a move and you had to like adjust to what should you do. So, it just really depends. Don't expect this to happen all the time, but why not trade it all? Orb has so many potentials. Like, why not take it to the downside when we break this upper orb? Why not do that? And so even if this long doesn't work, we could take it and write it down. Our targets are middle orb and lower orb. And then you're rich if it goes under orb, if you're still holding. So you have a lot of targets. You have this. If you short it, it could easily bounce on that middle orb. Just based on the back test that I've been doing, it could bounce on the middle orb. All right. So then if price does that, then we have a decision to make. Hey, do we want to short it here at upper orb? What does the candle do? Does it get shorted here? Or do we get a body of a candle above? You got to look at those 1 minute candles and kind of see what kind of confirmation it's giving you. All right. So we're kind of coming down here. All right, so I'm going to put the EMAs. It looks weird without my EMAs. I'm so used to using EMAs. I like my EMAs. So now right here, we see a fresh trend idea. I feel really good for bull puts. EMA 50s right here. Yeah, you got to do a challenge. The cool thing about Tradify, guys, I'm thinking about doing this, when I've been... Obviously, I want to give you guys the results first. You could do straight to sim funded. They're kind of expensive. You could do a $500 one-time fee, but my personal opinion is, why not just get a 50K, advance account for $40, pass it in max a week. You'll pass it in maybe a week, right? Let's say a week. $500, you're going to trade with a lot more emotions compared to this account. But yeah, you got to pay the activation fee. So all in all, you're paying roughly on this account, which we're all going to pass, so you got to include that activation fee. You're going to pay about $180. Now, Take Profit, they got an interesting one. I would just go with the best deals. Take Profit is another broker or a platform I recommend. They got a 50% off for life. Code no fee 30. Let me copy that. Let me log. So you could do. This one is $170, right? But with that code, I think it's going to be like $125. So it's a little more expensive. Usually this platform does a 50% off. They don't have it yet. But this is not a bad broker because this platform you can take daily payouts. And then obviously the OG is Top Step, but they're the most expensive. Just letting you know, because you got to understand the activation fee for Top Step is $150, and then you pay $50, so that's a total of $200. And they never really have promos on Top Step. Never do I ever see a discount. They're good though. I highly recommend Tradify, Top Step, and Take Profit. Beginner to Pro, thanks for the follow. Much love. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scale out. Once we start passing a lot of accounts, we're going to copy trade. So we're going to have, you can have tons of accounts. I think Tradify, you can have, 10 or 20 accounts? So even if you're making just $200 on a futures account, with this strategy, that's very easy to do. You times that, you take that $200, times it by 20 accounts you're trading with them, that's $4,000. That's $4,000 in a day. Futures can make you the fastest returns. Credit spreads is a very slow rate of growth. It is very consistent. I am not going to ignore that. I spent so much time and effort on that credit spread strategy that I can't just give it out. But the fun thing is, when I've been back testing my credit spread, I've been like, holy crap, we could be making bank on futures. I finally feel confident to release. I've been trying so many things with futures. I could not get it right. The stop loss kept getting hit fast. I couldn't get it right. But whereas this strategy, you get a clearer picture of what's happening in the market. All right. You can really start to get, because we all know when a 15-minute orb breaks out, it usually gives you 2 to 3 candles, 2 to 3 candles to the upside. So what if you can get in right at this top of orb when it happens? You would make a lot of money just giving you those little candles. Whereas credit spreads, you can't get in right away because you got to sell premium. It's harder to get fills. Whereas futures, you just buy a market order and you're in. So there's pros and cons to everything. I love my credit spread strategy. I really do love it though. Pierre would like chicken kids. What's funny is we have a turkey at my parents' house, and that thing tries to get him, and he starts screaming at it. Yeah, turkeys, chickens, they can be feisty. But he loves the chickens though, just not the turkey. I don't really know what else to trade for pennies. You guys see anything on pennies? I mean, I don't want to keep promoting Mon, but a lot of people don't. If you don't have a stop loss, I don't want anyone to get wrecked on this stock. 10% stop loss max on Mon. Zero, Arnaz, GCTK. What is my TTD doing? I am so done with investing right now, guys. Golly, I can't believe I got in a stock that did this. My luck. It literally hugged the Keltner channel this long. Of all times, I get in a stock that does that. What the heck is wrong with me? Good grief. Maybe I'm just not an investor. I don't have patience for this stuff. Weekly chart. I love O. I think that's one of my favorites. It's a very beautiful cover call strategy on it. It usually goes up. And you got dividends every month, which is really nice. Let me know if you guys see anything. I know a lot of people talked about Ciso, but I was in Maln at the time. I wish I did get Ciso. Making 70% overnight is pretty good. WCT, sorry if I'm delayed on I'm looking at 2 channels here, Twitch and WCT. That is a good one. What is it? You want to build?
I want to build
you know how to build that?
No, it's too hard.
Why is that too hard for you? Where's all the toys? All right, guys, I'm gonna go play with the kids. I'm already I made a lot of money in futures, and I'm in the credit spread strategy. Stay tuned for more. We're gonna go live every day. 9:30 to 12 o'clock is the trading hours. I think trading after 12 it gets a little more dicier, but the goal is to make 1,000 a day on futures, and my credit spreads obviously not. It's gonna get there by the end of the year, but credit spreads right now I'm making 160 a day, doing a small count. Now that I'm being really confident, I'm going to up my size by 2 contracts every month. So make sure you guys have a scaling rule that fits your plan. I think everyone should have a scaling rule. Just don't do it too fast. Don't go from 9 contracts and then the next month you want to do 18 contracts. You want to double your size. Well, you're going to get so freaking pissed when you lose, because then you're going to lose all your profits from the last month. That's no fun. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Make sure you follow this live stream. You'll get notified. Yeah, we're going to build this, okay? Subscribe on your Amazon Prime so you don't get no ads on Twitch, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.